nation of Israel out of bondage and Egypt through the wilderness and to the edge of the promised land. But as the Israelites stood on the border looking into the fruitful and prosperous land of Canaan, they lacked the faith to go in because the scouts' reports of the powerful giants living there. Joshua was one of the few who had the faith to enter, but because of the others, he was held back. 40 years later, the chance came again. Just before he entered the land, the Lord told him, "I command you, be strong and courageous. Don't be discouraged, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." Joshua 1:9. May have concluded that a good, healthy life is reserved for people who are better or stronger than we. But there is a promised land for each one of us. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope." We need to be courageous. We need to believe that there can be good things in life for us. We too can be encouraged that regardless of our past failures and those of our family, we can start again. We can find a way out of the chaos of the wilderness and into the promised land, a productive and healthy living. The cool thing is that when we're adults, we might have had a lot of chaos as a kid, but we can choose to have different things. We can choose to have a different life. As a kid, you might not be able to make all the choices you like, but as an adult, you can change that. You can have a different life. God needed an example for us in the Garden of Eden, so to speak, which was a walled garden. Not that we can recreate the garden that God made, but that our home or our life can be like a garden, growing and blossoming. We have hopes in this life, but then crazy and chaotic instances can happen, and sometimes we settle for something that was less than we hoped for, and it doesn't have to be that way. Something we can do when things are chaotic is make a list of things that we can control, and a list of things we can't control, and start to focus on what we can control. Work on those. Many people are addicted to control. We like to think that we have greater control of situations and people than we really do. We can concentrate on dealing with our own stuff, growing. We can do what we can do and let God do what we cannot, and get the wisdom to know the difference. The circumstances we ask God to change are often the circumstances God is using to change us.